This video was me getting ready for the gym, like cute, girly, doing my makeup, but it definitely took a turn. And I do want to come on here before the video starts and just say trigger warning, anxiety, depression, mental health issues before we start. So if you are somebody that's going through them, I want you to understand that you are not alone in this walk. You are not alone in what you're going through. So this video definitely took a huge turn, and I wanted to come on here and preface this before um, you thought it was a get ready with me video, because it was. That was my whole intent. But I asked God to direct me, and He did. And I guess I was to share what I'm going through. So I just wanted to preface that before anything. So, trigger warning of those things. But yeah, so let's get into it. Getting ready for the gym, honestly, is at my top of my priority list, honestly. I'm not feeling very motivated today. I keep going through different cycles of motivation, unmotivation, and not just with the gym, but like I really didn't even feel like talking. I really didn't even feel like doing a whole lot. I don't understand. I'm just in a weird season right now, like with talking to people and communicating and just getting myself out of like this weird like silence season. I know that God has me in a like in a waiting period season. I wish I could describe that to you, but I just feel like I'm just following God right now, and I'm just working and working and working towards what He has me doing. And with that, I'm just kind of like in a little bit of a not a lonely season, because obviously I know I have people, but kind of like this season is really about me right now, and just spending time with myself, understanding my thoughts, and just really paying attention to myself. I feel like that's just where I'm at right now. And it is kind of difficult because I don't really feel like doing a whole lot. I don't really feel like talking to people. I don't really feel like putting myself in social settings, putting myself in like it's just weird. But anyways, I won't get into too much of that right now. Maybe I'll make a video about that if you are interested. I think I still might, even if it's just one of you that's interested. But with that all being said, one thing that really does help me feel a little better um, is putting myself together for the gym. I love doing makeup. I love sitting down and doing my makeup and spending time putting myself together. It's just one thing that really just helps me feel a lot better. So that is what I'm going to do for the gym. I love doing makeup for the gym. I love feeling cute whenever I go to the gym. So that's just what I'm doing. I could not find my hair clips, so I put this headband on, and we're gonna ignore it, and we're just gonna keep moving forward. And while I'm doing my makeup, I am drinking my pre-workout. This is Woke AF. Love it. Love the pre-workout. It definitely is one that if you do decide to get it, definitely start with only half a scoop. Do not take a full scoop. Don't do it. I just highly recommend doing little doses at a time if you are someone, especially if you are not used to drinking pre-workout. I would only take like maybe like a little bit under half then, because yeah, it's definitely a pre-workout that's going to get you like through a whole entire workout, and it really it keeps me like working out for like now I have the hiccups, I'm sorry. It keeps me working out probably for like an hour and a half. Like it gets me through, and our gym is outside like in the garage, and like I think today's like 90 degrees, and I'm not gonna wear this long sleeve shirt. I'm just sitting like right in front of a vent, so like it's cold. So, but anyways, it gets me through like a really hot, heated workout. Also, sorry, I have to keep pausing because I think it's my allergies. I was sick a couple weeks ago, and ever since I was like sick, I've been having like a lingering like dry cough and like just a whole bunch of stuff. So I honestly, it's kind of my fault too, because I've not been taking allergy medicine at all, like nothing. But I've been kind of just struggling with that right now. First, I'm starting with this primer spray. I absolutely love this. I did my skincare before. Honestly, my skin is honestly looking the best that it ever has. I will make another, I already have a skincare routine video on my channel, but of course, I think I'm going to make an updated one. All of my products together, I promise you, is probably under $20. So if that is something you're interested in, I'm going to make that video as well. Sorry, I meant to record me spraying that, but I just sprayed that on my face. I got that from the Miss A. They have an online store, but I feel like you can get a primer spray honestly anywhere. This is just one that I recently got. It's like $3, and honestly, I really really like it. Yeah, my skin is like tea, honestly. I probably don't even have to do foundation, but I'm still going to do a little bit. I'm not going to share all my products just because I feel like I just did a video doing that, so I'm not going to go into all that again. Also, sorry, I move around a lot whenever I talk. So I'm gonna try not to bump this mic because I'm getting back into using my mic. Because I kind of stopped making content for a while, just because some depression did hit your girl really bad, and I stopped making content. And now that I'm back into it, I was like, no, I'm gonna get my mic back out, and here we are. So I move around so much whenever I speak that I'm gonna try not to do that. So I'm gonna tell you guys like, so this is how I knew like I know that God's really working on me, and I've been like really wanting to share. I just didn't know what video I was gonna share it in, but I really want to share with you guys like the message that I got from God, and um that being like number one, I was watching this podcast and it's like a motivational podcast. Gosh, what's his name? I'll put it up. I feel terrible. I'm not remembering his name, and he honestly is so motivational, so positive. Really, really, really love his podcast a lot. And I was listening to this podcast. Duh, I just said that 5,000 times. I'm sorry. And they were talking about how whenever you're about to reach like your breakthrough, a lot of people tend to give up right whenever they're about to actually reach their goal. And that honestly, I felt that deep in my core because I've been working on content and doing content for so long, especially over the last couple months. I've been very, very like productive and really trying to work towards it. And there has been a couple times that I allowed myself to break the consistency and the obedience and stuff, and that really hit me hard because also I was talking to my friend, and she has told me multiple times like, Brie, like, no, your breakthrough's coming, that's why so much is happening, or you're feeling this way, or whatever. And I've also heard that from other people, like, your breakthrough's coming. And I just allowed myself to like really get in my head. And I'm sharing this to hopefully maybe like you need this message too, but I really allowed that to get into my mind. And so during the podcast, they were talking about like, no, whenever somebody's about to reach their breakthrough, they tend to give up. And that kind of broke me because, like I said, I allowed myself to completely break my consistency. And the message that I got from God, honestly, oh my gosh, he was talking about, um, he showed me this imagery of, it was like I want to say like a high school athlete, right? And a high school athlete, basketball player. This is so crazy, and I know to some this is gonna sound crazy, but listen, this is just the imagery that I got from God, and it's a basketball player, and God showing him the future plans that He has for him. So younger self, and God has like this film, like this film roll of God's future plans for this boy or whatever. And it's acceptance day to a big college, and it's scouts coming to his games, and it's decision day, and all this stuff, and then it's him being drafted into the NBA, and him in the and him you know playing in the NBA and all this stuff. And again, I know that sounds crazy, and it's God showing him this these plans, right? But the high school boy's like, I don't, like, I don't even know if I should try out. Like, I'm just too tired. I don't want to go to practice. And it's like, even if you like, God has so much more. And the thing is, we get so caught up in, oh, I'm just tired. I just don't want to do it. Or I feel like defeated. I feel fatigued. Like, I don't see these things happening for me. And it's like, only if he were to just go to practice, or if he were just to try out for the team, there's all of these things in front of him. And again, I'm not comparing myself to an NBA player, obviously, but I'm just saying, like, the imagery that I got, like, I was sitting in my car in silence after I had gotten this, and I remember just like saying, I said all this out loud to God because God was showing it to me. And I just feel like God's just like, Brianna, only if you were to just keep going. Like, there's people out there that's waiting for you. There's people out there that's waiting. Like, you are motivating people, because that's my biggest thing. And like, it just gets so, it messes with your mind so much of like content creating. And yeah, like, there are some cute like little trends to do, and there's some cute like, things to create, but at the end of the day, it's like, it just messes with my mind sometimes of like, I don't want to be, I'm not trying to be like an influencer, or like, I'm not trying to, get on social media and just do what, what is viral just to come across and stuff like that. Like, that's just not who I am. And I'm not gonna, like, to be completely transparent, like, it does get very defeating whenever I love creating, and I absolutely love sharing messages. I love editing my videos. I love to make thumbnails. I like all of this as a whole, my craft. I absolutely love it, and I enjoy doing it. And you know what? Sometimes whenever stuff doesn't come across, like my last video, I was so proud of it. I loved the time I put into that video. I loved the effort that I put. Um, I loved everything about it. It made me feel so good to put it out. And it not reaching, I'm not saying like it didn't have to blow up by all means. Like, I obviously didn't care about that aspect, but like, just for like one person to see it, I'm like, gosh, I was so proud of that. It's just kind of like that type of thing of like, I was just so proud of this. Like, I put so much thought and so much effort, and yeah, like, you know, I don't know how to fully word this without it sounding bad, because I don't mean for it to, but I'm just being completely transparent. Like, if you are somebody that you're putting your all into something and you're working really, really hard, if it doesn't do as well as you thought it would, don't give up. And that's my message for today. I wasn't even supposed to be doing a whole message. I was literally supposed to be getting ready, but here we are. And I have been feeling defeated. I have been allowing it to get the best of me. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but here we are, and I'm gonna keep going. And I've been sitting with God. I'm sitting in the Word, and just writing my notes and doing my Bible study, and just I've isolated myself from people for a bit, not purposely, of course. Like, one of my friends, she texted me yesterday and was like, "Hey, I've been thinking about you. Like, how are you?" And I'm like, "Girl, listen, I'm so sorry. Like, I haven't been speaking. I haven't been like reaching out and stuff. It's just like, I just feel like I'm just in a very like lonely season right now." And that's just kind of how I feel. And I'm just going to I'm just going to continue to like allow this time to be just between me and God. And stuff comes across, like, of course I'm going to meet with my friends, and of course I'm going to have conversations and doing this and doing that. Like, I'm not going to just shut people out purposely, like, obviously. But there just comes a time to where you think that nothing's working, and trust me, it is. And I feel like I'm in that time where I'm like, God, I know that something's working, but this is in between me and you right now. This is me putting my head down and working and spending time. And yeah, so that's kind of why I wanted to share this with you, of like, if there's something that you are working on and really putting all your effort into, don't give up. Although that sounds very hopefully inspirational, I'm still like dealing with the sinus stuff, so I hope I don't sound crazy. Just, I know it gets hard whenever you are putting all your effort into stuff. I know that it gets hard whenever you're working your hardest and you're not seeing the results, but you have to keep doing it for you. And if it's something you genuinely love to do it. Like, I did not feel like making a video. I did this morning. I was like prepping for it. I was very excited, and then right before it was time for me to sit down, I was just like, gosh, I really don't feel like sitting here talking, but you know what? It's not about me. It's about the purpose that God has for my life, and also if someone needed this video. So that's why I'm making it. But today, anyways, let's get back to positivity. Um, Today I'm doing a full lower body workout. I have not been upping my weight. I feel like that is one thing I have not been seeing a lot of results in because I have not been upping my weight. And to be honest with you, yes, I do have a gym in the garage. I am able to throw weights around and do this and do that. I'm able to do that. Um, but I'm not gonna lie, I've not been going up in my squats just because I am scared of dropping it. So I have not been working out to my full potential. I've only been squatting like 85, I think 95 pounds. And to me, I feel like honestly, if I'm doing reps, like 3 reps of 12 with that, girl, come on, be for real. To see results, you have to go up in your weight. And so that is what I'm doing today. So I'm actually, guys, I'm telling you, I was so like excited this morning, and then out of nowhere, this like I don't know. This is how my mood has been for the past like week or so. It makes me very emotional, but I'm not gonna cry on this app again. I'm not gonna do it. It's just I know that it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to sit and stuff. You know, to make this video a little bit more motivational, we might work out at the end of this video together because I'm supposed to be hyping you up for the gym, and I can't even hype myself up for the gym right now. But that is okay. I know that there's days like this, and I know mental health is so important, and you know, there are a lot of people that just don't understand it. And I know people are going to tell you, like, you're going to have people in your life that I feel like are going to tell you what they think is the issue and like what they think is wrong with you. But unless you figure that out for yourself, I don't know. I also don't know where that came from either. So we're just going to disregard that. Which is really pretty. And I know you might be like, hey, why are you doing this much makeup for the gym? Because I want to. But I've been also meaning to, I really want to film a, gosh, there's no powder left in here. I've really been wanting to film like a vlog, but listen, it's been so hot. So we really haven't been doing much. Like, it's too hot for me to take my baby out. It's been literally 90 degrees. So we have been in the house. And so I haven't filmed a vlog type video. So my camera is really not picking this up, but I promise that this eyebrow really matches my hair. You just really can't tell from the lighting right now. I also need to re-dye my hair because my roots are, the blonde is coming out. And before anybody tells me, well, why don't you just let it grow out? I have not been blonde since I think I was like 9 years old. So we are not stripping all of this hair dye out of my hair. I'm not doing it. Blonde was not made for me. My grandma's a hairstylist, she is retired now, but she was a hairdresser, and she has always done my hair. And I remember in high school I wanted to go back blonde, and I was like, Grandma, please, like, do it blonde, do it blonde. So we were doing it blonde, and she flat out told me that yes, God made me blonde, but I was not meant to be blonde. That blonde was not my color. So I said, oh, got it. Clocked it in a big way. So I also could dye my eyebrows. That's something that I get a recurring comment about as well. I have not found the perfect like eyebrow dye. Like I've used like the Just for Men or whatever. And with as much product as I put on my face and like how many like times like I wash my face and stuff, it only lasts like a couple days. So I just don't spend the money. I will sit here and just fill in my brows for free. Um, this is what it is. I don't know. So yeah, so I'm just choosing to be difficult. If you guys are working on something, if you guys are content creating, feel free to share your stuff down below. I would also love to support you, and I would love to just also, yeah, take part in your craft and really support you as well. So if you are working on anything, even if it's not content, just share your story. Definitely feel free to comment down below. Yeah, sorry guys. I really thought I was really motivated all day for this video, and then all of a sudden the mood hit me. So I'm trying. This mascara, I told you guys in my last video, and I'm going to tell you again, is the best mascara I've ever used in my whole entire life. It literally stays all day. It is waterproof and sweatproof. And let me tell you, that is not false advertisement. And this is also not sponsored. This mascara is so good. I'll try to show you guys after one full coat of this mascara. See, I think this is only like $10 too, which, listen, makeup really used to be affordable, I'm not gonna lie to you, but even like the drugstore stuff, it's crazy. Like, when did e.l.f. Halo Glow Foundation become 20 bucks? Be for real. And their shades really are not that good. e.l.f., I love you. I love all your other stuff, but you need more shade range, girl. So pretty. Also, it's crazy too, like, one thing about me recently, and I think this hit me yesterday, was like the first time I actually looked at myself and I was like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. Like, what? Like, I literally, like, I know that's sad probably, but just being honest. So that is it. Normally normally I put on highlighter. I'm just not in the mood to put on highlighter right now. Maybe whenever I touch up my makeup, maybe I'll come back and make another video of me getting ready. Also gonna be planning I know this sounds crazy to some people, but just being honest, I've been thinking about planning a date night. But not even like a date night, but like I really want to take my boyfriend to like, we haven't been to a commercial gym since before our baby has gotten here, so we haven't been to an actual gym in probably like a year and a half. Actually longer than that, because we had the garage gym while I was pregnant. So honestly, it's probably been going on like almost 2 years maybe that we have not been into a gym. So I was thinking for like a date for us to actually go to a big commercial gym in Charlotte. So that is one thing that I really want to vlog. I'm just trying to step my game up to be a little fit before I go in there. But that is one thing that is in the works as well. It's just changing up the idea of a date and, just spending time. Like, we really have been spending time together, like working out in the afternoon. Like, after our baby goes to sleep, we'll both like train together, and that's kind of how we bond and how we like really spend time together and communicate. So it's honestly such a beautiful thing, that recently, because before we would, before it would be like, okay, well, one of us will work out first and then the other one will come in and make dinner while the other one works out. Like, we used to do it that way, but it's actually something that we've been prioritizing, not even on purpose, but just something that kind of happened of, that's just our time to like really like just spend time, and we can joke around and lift weights and just um, really spend time together. So it's honestly been such a great thing. But I would just really want to take you guys along on that with me, if we do go to a commercial gym, just because I am building my channel off of me getting myself back after having a baby, and reaching my goals and everything like that. So I do want to take you guys along with me on that as well. But again, I'm sorry that this video is like low-key a flop. I shouldn't say that. It's not a flop, but just, another raw moment of how mental health and how just different times that God may have us in, even though sometimes it feels heavy and like the storm is rough. But I know that following Him, I know that it's going to be completely okay. And, just the waiting season. And I have faith, and I know that there's great things to come. But I know with that, things do seem really, really difficult mentally. So this is just another reminder that not every single moment is going to be completely sunshine and rainbows and just happy and just motivation. That sometimes it's going to hit you to where you don't feel motivated, you don't feel disciplined, but you have to keep showing up. And I think that's the important part. And that's just kind of where I am right now. If I don't feel very motivated, I don't feel very like disciplined at the moment, but I know that I'm going to be very thankful to keep going, and I'm going to be very thankful to push myself and see how far that I've come. So that's just kind of where I'm at right now. But if you are someone that does struggle with that, and you do struggle with mental health, and you do struggle with anxiety, depression, those types of things, I want to reassure you that yes, those things do feel very heavy. And even though nobody understands you, or you have people around you that may not understand what that feels like, I completely understand that is difficult, and I do get that times do get lonely, even if you have a lot of people around you, but it is going to be okay. Just keep showing up for you and keep showing up for the version of you that would be thankful for that. And so that is why I came on here to make this. And even though I didn't want to, I really didn't feel like sitting in front of a camera. I was so motivated this morning to go and work out and to put into myself. And all of a sudden I got hit with that um, feeling of I just don't want to. But I did, and I just hope and pray that whoever is going through a time finds this video and can find someone to relate to and realize how strong you are and realize how great you are even at your lowest moments, and that it's going to be okay. So just keep going, keep putting into yourself. I need to do my hair, but I'm going to show you guys the final fit and maybe a workout. I might take you through my workout. I don't know yet, but I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I'm honestly just wearing a black sports bra and black leggings, Nike, and yeah, so that is this video today. Yeah, guys, my hair, oh my gosh, it looks so bad. That's the video today. So it is not what I thought it was gonna be. I really in my mind, I just had the video idea, okay, um, here we go. Just gonna put myself together for the gym, do a cute makeup girly video. That was my intention. That was the goal. But before I make my videos, I always pray that God directs me and gives me the words, gives me the wisdom to speak. And that is where this video came from. So I guess I needed to talk about it. And it is something that I've talked about before, but I guess, like I said, I feel like the season that I'm in is really between me and God, and I feel like maybe I've been holding some stuff in. So he was probably just like, "No, this is what this video is going to be, and that's just what it is." So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Again, if you are someone that's dealing with anything remotely close to issues such as this, I really, really, really always want you to know that you are not alone. I know that sometimes it feels like there's no way out, but I promise you there is. There's always better days. There's always better times, and just lean on God. And whenever my friend had reached out to me last night and was like, "Hey, how are you doing?" and I was transparent, and she sent me some Bible verses. So that is something that honestly was such a beautiful thing, and I really want to study those verses and spend time on them. And I'm going to come on here and probably share them with you, just because again, I want to be transparent and I really want to help you in any way possible if you are going through things such as I was talking about. So you're not alone. You got this. Keep going. Play this whenever you don't feel motivated. I know that it's not a very exciting video by all means, but it's gonna be okay.